soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. Your teeth are sharp, your mouth agape, your claws rend flesh, there's no escape from the judgment of the Eldritch One Jolene. He screams about you in his sleep, and when he wakes does not but weep in terror of the one they call Jolene. Blackening the summer skies with burning wings and countless eyes, we tremble at the sight of you, Jolene. We cower here beneath your gaze that sets the earth and sky ablaze. Have mercy at the end of days, Jolene. Jolene, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, please don't take him just because you can. Jolene, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, please don't take him just because you can.
Bug and Moss is a telephone show, which means most people are listening to this on their telephone. Isn't that unique? You're listening to Bug and Moss.
Whoa, from the Skittering Studios underneath your favorite rock, it is 7:08 o'clock on the Bug and Moss morning telephone show. I'm Moss.
I'm Bug.
And that was the Eldritch One Jolene, a cover that Tucker did of Jolene by Dolly Parton way back in 2023 for a Halloween song. And I wanted to bust it out in celebration of Dolly Parton and in celebration of Tucker. The Eldritch One Jolene is my favorite cover of that song that I've ever heard, with countless eyes and all of that. It's so very good. And Tucker just out of the blue was like, hey, check out this thing I made, and then sent that to me.
It feels beautiful, and it fits so naturally into the song that I feel like I usually don't think of it as changing anything about it.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't want to linger on it too long because we want to be a fun, happy show to get your day started. But Dolly Parton passed away yesterday at the age of 80. American icon, fucking phenomenal person, wonderful human being. And if you're not aware of Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, I want to talk about that really quick. I was not aware of Dolly Parton's Imagination Library until Sid the Kingmaker mentioned it in our Discord. Have you heard of this, Bug?
I have heard of it, but I don't know a lot about it.
So Dolly Parton runs this thing called Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, which is a book gifting program that mails free books to kids from when they are, I think, 1 year old to 5 years old. From birth to age 5.
That's so cool.
Books free of charge gifted from birth to age 5 through funding shared by Dolly Parton and local community partners in the U.S., Canada, UK. Oh, excuse me.
God bless.
U.S., Canada, UK, Australia, and the Republic of Ireland. It says that Dolly Parton was inspired by her father's inability to read and write, and so she started her Imagination Library in 1995 for the children within the U.S. Today, her program spans 5 countries, gifts millions of free books each month. If you can, consider donating to Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. It's been around for 31 years now. It's just slightly younger than the two of us.
You know, Dolly Parton's done a lot of big things, but I also want to shout out some of the big things that might seem a little bit smaller. I was reading about, all the various amazing things she did during her life, but one thing that really stuck out to me was a program in her own, I believe, home county, where she had a buddy program where she would just directly pay kids like $500 if they and their buddy stayed in school.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is really freaking cool, and it's really motivating when you're a kid and there's a lot of incentives to not. That's just such a simple hometown, decision to make, and it's sort of understanding of exactly what motivates people. But I do want to just really focus on celebrating her life because, let's be honest, it's what she would have wanted. She's a light in this world, and I think all the good she did will continue to echo through. But something that really stuck with me was I saw someone else say, as we all grieve and celebrate Dolly Parton, I really think we should remember her humanity and that she was just a regular person. because everything she did was a choice she made, and it's a choice you can make too.
As says, she paid for quite a few top surgeries, if I'm not mistaken, which is cool.
That's awesome.
I do see a report of that happening at least one time. I didn't see anything on a cursory Google. I did not know that, but I think that's really cool. Yeah, there's a person who said, my wife has a friend who sent Dolly Parton a painting she made and a letter explaining how much Dolly's music meant to her while she was transitioning. Dolly responded to it personally and paid for her top surgery. Sounds like an urban legend, but it's real. I think we're going to get more stories like this. It's from tbone.malware-virus.biz on Blue Sky. Can't do anything about those handles, but yeah.
Dude, my gender is malware. That's fucking rad.
tbone.malware-virus.biz.
That's the coolest name anyone's ever had. I'm sorry. That's it.
What is malware-virus.biz? I'm going to go there.
Moss is typing that in his browser, so we really can't help him from here.
Yeah, if we go off air, you know what happened. No, it is Timothy Faust, who writes about healthcare. It's this person's blogging website.
That's such a great website.
What a good URL. As the person who owns PregnantSonic.com and redirects it as well, I get malware.
We salute you.
Yeah, 100%. 7:12 on the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. It is August 26, 2026. Coyote Astronaut says, are my pronouns TCP/IP?
Hell yes.
Hell yeah. TCP/IP.
One of these days I'm gonna do drag. I'm gonna become a drag king. My Joe Dirt Halloween costume was only the tip of the iceberg.
Oh yeah.
But it's gonna be some combination of like, does your facial hair grow in all white trashy like that, and just being a computer? Like, that's the sort of gender expression I'm trying to go for.
Joe Dirt, but also the computer from the basement in Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah, it's like cyborg Joe Dirt is sort of like what I think my true form is.
Joe.Dirt.
Joe.Dirt. Is that a URL I can get?
I don't think .dirt is a top level domain.
I don't think it is, because I went through a lot of TLDs recently and I had a lot of wishes that could not be fulfilled.
There sure are a lot of top level domains nowadays that did not exist when I was a young boy.
Can we make one?
No.
Okay, but some people can.
Yeah, you have to be an authority, a domain authority.
How do we get there?
Well, we'd have to provide. Boy, I should know this off the top of my head. I'm not sure, because you have the ICANN, the Internet something. The ICANN registry that holds like every domain gets registered through them. It's just like an organization. I don't know how you become someone that provides a new top level domain.
Can you find out and report back?
Yeah, I can.
Because I've already figured out some really good advertising strategies. If I can, you can. How we became top level domain providers.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be how we make our money.
The domain in you. Yeah, because you could sell it. You set different prices and stuff.
Yeah. There's, like, as an example, some new ones. Recently launched TLDs include .cat. Get ready for websites that feature .cat.
What's the price baseline there?
$26.98.
Jesus Christ. Fucking racket.
Over on Namecheap. Yeah, compared to, was it like $14 for a standard one? .it.com. Is now available as a top level domain.
.it.com is a TLD.
Yeah.
That's a handshaking looking one.
Yeah, it is. I'm nervous about the handshakes because that's a whole other thing. And then there's .free is new, .barcelona, .latino, .mobile, .talk, .fast, and .bet. Those are all pretty new. Sid says, I always love how the McElroys got the .family.
Yeah, that one's good.
.family is a cool one. There are so freaking many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of TLDs, but maybe not enough. Maybe we could use a couple more. Maybe some Freak Forest specific TLDs would be cool.
I am curious how that is, because for the longest time we just had .com. And the thing that I think that people don't realize is that the domain names, they kind of go backwards. .com is the commercial domain. You know how like store.whatever.com is common because that's a subdomain. They go to the left that way. So there's the commercial domain, and then there's Amazon is a subdomain of commercial.
Okay.
That's why it's Amazon.com.
Okay.
Just like shop.kyle.com is a subdomain of Kyle.com. Kyle is a subdomain of com, the commercial. Same with org for organizations, biz for business.
Is the website name its own sort of subdomain?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Well, because the top level domain, the TLD, is the actual top level domain. And then on the other side, past the slash, is all the stuff that's included in that folder. So it's kind of this weird. I want to do a video about it.
Speaking of weird, I think that's the handshake I accidentally bought.
Weird?
It was like
weird?
.weird or something. There was one that I bought because I didn't realize it was a handshake, and it was so tragic.
So, okay, actually, we could do this. We could make our own top level domain. We can make our own .com. We can make bug.andmoss or bugand.moss. Here's sort of some of the various considerations. There's a guidebook that you can get from the ICANN, which is the place that, does all of this.
We're about to make this our whole personality. I mean, by that I mean me.
They have a panel that has to assess whether a proposed TLD is likely to result in confusion due to similarity with any other things.
Okay.
They have to review each to determine whether the proposed string might adversely affect the security or stability of DNS. They have to review it to make sure it is represents a geographic name or other things like that. There's like all these different things you have to go through.
This is the closest I will ever get to either like planning a conference or joining a sorority.
Now, here is exactly where we're going to be stopped.
Okay.
The evaluation fee is estimated at $185,000.
Oh, sure.
Yep.
Now, okay. Well, maybe, okay, here's my theory. Here's what I think. I think we should all still kind of sit on this. And I think we should all be kind of cooking on it, maybe start a little thread in the Discord. Because I think this is something we should still, like the stock market game in school, they'd give you fake money and you could pretend play the stock market.
Yeah.
I think we should pretend play this. And if we could get that far, what would we do? What would we all choose? I think that's a useful exercise for us.
I would like to point out that French Alexander in chat put down freak.best, and then it actually worked. And so I was like, I'll click on that. Why not? If I crash out live on the show, that'll be funny. It's available. $2.28 a year. It's 91% off.
That's a deal.
Namecheap right now. Retail, it'll cost you $24.98 a year after that. So it's slightly higher than a normal one. But hey, Alex, if you want to buy freak.best, that's available.
That is available.
That's a pretty good website. Freak.best.
That could be you. That could be how you tell people about your portfolio.
Yeah, exactly. Just go to freak.best. Honestly, love that. What's up, Bug?
Well, I got a couple things.
You got a couple things?
Yeah. I have a segment that I'm calling the death of conscious advertising.
Okay. That sounds light.
And I have it is light. I'm just going to play an ad I keep hearing on podcast. And I have, I wouldn't call it an apology. I have a sort of clarification / continuation of some shit I said that I want to kind of elaborate on.
Oh, okay. Now, that's interesting.
Don't get too excited.
It's not an apology?
Not really.
Okay.
It's sort of me continuing to avoid giving one of those.
Oh, okay.
Like I do.
Well, why don't we go ahead and start with the first thing you said?
Okay. The death of conscious advertising?
Yeah, the death of conscious advertising. What is this, Bug? What have you brought to us this morning? This sounds philosophical.
It kind of is. I guess I want to begin by playing the ad that inspired this. And then I've been listening to podcasts again, which means I've been hearing ads again. So I think I'll probably have more of this. As the days go on, I expect this to become a segment, and I'm interested in submissions should you guys encounter any. I haven't trimmed this down. This is a screen recording, so I'm just going to stop it when it's over. But
Bug is dragging a file across her desktop that is labeled stupid fucking ad in all caps.
It's labeled stupid dumb fucking ad.
Yeah. Okay.
Is my thingy ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be. We should hear you. So this is the ad.
How do you want to split it?
Actually, dinner's on me.
Okay, big money.
Well, I got a Venmo balance that I can spend with my Venmo debit MasterCard, so.
Well, I Venmo'd you 3 times last week, so it's kinda on me, actually.
Yeah, you send it, I spend it.
Did my money get, reincarnated?
Yeah, it's chicken shawarma. Want it back?
I can't believe you, ate my Venmo.
Spend your balance instantly with the Venmo debit card. No monthly fee or minimum balance. Venmo balance account required to get a card and use a balance. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A.
Okay.
So,
Okay, that was like a middling radio ad.
No, I've listened to that ad. You've only heard it once.
I've only heard it one time.
I've heard that ad about 50 fucking times. And I oscillate. I think it's kind of racist, first of all.
Really?
Well,
to be totally honest, I did not follow every word of it.
Yeah.
But
I think it's kind of racist. I think it's super lazy. I don't know whether or not it's AI, and I just hate it. It's like...
It doesn't sound AI to me.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard a million radio ads that sounded just like that. I didn't really hear a lot of the words, though. My, weird speech thing kicked in. What? Why is it racist?
Well, there's this like weird joke about the money being reincarnated, and they're talking about like chicken shawarma, which I don't know. It just like butts up against religions that believe in reincarnation. It just is like weird. It's like super milquetoast and tone deaf at the same time. Mm-hmm. I just like, I have heard it so many times that I needed everyone else to hear it. I see 60 Watts Light Bulb is like, listen, I thought it was more sexist than racist. And yeah, there's that too. It's like someone fed every episode of King of Queens into like some kind of algorithm and was like, make an ad for the consumer.
The only thing that I really took away from it was I really liked the way that the line delivery on Do You Want It Bach went. Because it was so weird. She's like, oh, do you want it back? Out of nowhere.
I keep hearing it. Like, it's in a show I'm listening to, and I keep hearing it.
I'm so sorry to do this to our audience, but for my sake, can you play that one more time?
Yeah, I'll play it one more time.
I want to pay attention to the words.
How do you want to split it?
Actually, dinner's on me.
Okay, big money.
Well, I got a Venmo balance that I can spend with my Venmo debit MasterCard, so.
Well, I Venmo'd you 3 times last week, so it's kinda on me, actually.
Yeah, you send it, I spend it.
Did my money get, like, reincarnated?
Yeah, it's chicken shawarma. Want it back?
I can't believe you, ate my Venmo.
Spend your balance instantly with the Venmo debit card. No money.
I think the moment where the ad really explodes into this sort of nebulous, I mean, it feels like something that I would expect in a Podcube. Like, that'd be fucking funny.
It would be written different and better.
Yeah, it would be. But, like, at the end, I can't believe you, ate my money?
Ate my Venmo?
What does that mean?
That could be, see, the thing is, though, that if the ad was better, that could be an okay punchline.
It could be, but, again, what we're trying to deconstruct is that this is nothing.
It is.
They approved and produced this as an ad. Have you ever dealt with how annoying it is to make ads for people and how specific they can be? This one time we got 9 make goods on this fucking dog food that just I'm not even really sure what the make goods were for. I think they were saying we were pronouncing the name wrong, but the corrections were the same and we kept just doing it the same, and we did that 9 times. That is the hell that is making ads, and then companies are putting shit like this out. And my mind is constantly blown.
Yeah, I mean, it was just really mid. It was just exceptionally mid. I feel like I could see where they were aiming, but it was 6 punch-ups away from being a good script, and then needs a pass for hey, maybe change some of the words to make it better.
I don't have any notes for the acting.
I feel like, no, I genuinely, the delivery of the, do you want it back? Mm-hmm. Is so funny. And then the guy saying, wow, you ate my Venmo. I don't know.
Oh.
There's elements of it. I could imagine I could take this ad concept, rewrite it, and make a funnier version.
Yeah.
But you could keep those 2 lines exactly as they are.
Sure. I think it's fascinating when you hear an ad like this 5 times in a day, and you're just you keep sort of cooking on it, because I think it's okay to be aggressively critical of ads, also because they're made to be heard over and over again.
Yeah.
You should, when one gets more annoying to you the more you hear it, I feel like that's specifically not ideal. So I see Coyote has posted, oh bug, this is not even close to the level of bad that Bluebell ice cream produces. Now, Bluebell ice cream is very familiar to me.
Bluebell ice cream is not something I'm familiar with.
I'm not sure if it's made in this area, but we have it all over the place in this area.
If you want to find a Bluebell ad, that commercial made me think of one I made that actually won an award back in the day. And I'll play that one for us. So I really like advertising, and I like writing radio copy. I love writing radio copy, and I wrote a couple that won awards back in the day, and this is one of them that has a similar approach to that one. This is for, it was for Carl Roberts, which is a haircut place.
Sammy, school pictures tomorrow. Time for your haircut.
Oh, Mom, Ow, Mom!
Aw, you've outgrown your bowl already? I'll go get Dad's colander.
Mom, I'm 17. I want to get a real haircut.
Oh, Sam.
I want to go to Carl Roberts.
Who's Carl Roberts?
All my friends go to Carl Roberts.
But Sammy, I've cut your hair since you were...
We're 3 years old. I know, Mom. Trust me, everyone knows.
Get your free pens and pencils for back to school at Carl Roberts Cuts for Men, Park Avenue in Keene. Call 357-2000 for your appointment.
They grow up so fast.
I love that ad.
Similar, though, in concept, right?
Yeah.
Similar in construction.
Yeah, but I mean, there is, French Alexander's like, gonna go get a haircut, BRB. There's a difference. There's a difference when you have an ad that like has any through line.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing about that one that you played is that it feels like it should be jokes, but there's no jokes.
Yeah.
Like, you say things that are like jokes without them actually being jokes.
Yeah, the delivery is really good, like we've talked about. And I think maybe that's why it's so striking, because a lot of ads that I hear are so awful because the delivery is so weird.
Yeah.
They're just nothing. They just kind of like, the product is erased from my brain, the ad is erased from my brain. I guess like really the whole point of the idea of this and why it's been on my mind is that you and I, for better or for worse, are people who like good advertising. We like making good advertisements. There's like sort of something that we enjoy about the process of that. And, you know, you used to do it professionally, award-winning over here.
Not that they were just the best individual commercials in New Hampshire.
Do you know how he like literally has to do that about everything you ever say to him? Oh, it's just like something it's just me. So like, blah. Award-winning, multiple. Oh, he's looking at all of his awards on a page right now.
I was trying to see if any of the other ones are worth sharing.
Do you have the Salsa Sisters?
I do. I have the Salsa Sisters
Let's
one.
hear the Salsa Sisters.
This was one where someone won an advertising spot with us. And they came to me, one of the salespeople who had run the contest, to like, you could win an ad slot for free. And they were like, come up with something for these people. Like they were like, just come up with anything, like make them something fun. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I ran around the office with a voice recorder and I ended up making this. Salsa Sisters sell specialty salsa.
Salsa Sisters sell specialty salsa.
Salsa Sisters sell specialty salsa.
Salsa Sisters Salsa Sisters sell specialty salsa.
Salsa Sisters.
Salsa Sisters sell specialty salsas in so many unique, fresh, and delicious varieties. Whether you like it sweet, spicy, savory, or anywhere in between, their flavor selection is like a tongue twister for your taste buds. Salsa Sisters sell specialty salsa. Say it 10 times fast and then get yourself some. Email salsasisterssalsa@gmail.com.
Salsa Sisters sell specialty salsa.
There we go. Perfect.
That was
fun.
Such a good ad.
It was very fun. Yeah, well, I was going for the head-on thing because I wanted to practice what I preach, which is top of mind. If you're supposed to hear it over and over again, give it something that's going to stick in your head. Salsa Sisters sell specialty salsa.
I think what's so delightful about that too, though, is I can imagine being in a car with like a mom and her kids, and I can totally imagine the ad ending and then everybody trying to do it in the car.
Yeah, it'd be like a fun thing to do.
There's just this like really delightful experience you can imagine people having. And it's, it's just an ad. We don't need to like go further than that. It's not made for that, but it's just like, if it's a really good ad, if it's going to interrupt your life, because that's what an ad is doing, I think what it does is it tries to give you something fun, like a decent experience, like you're enjoying the process of hearing it.
What was fun about that one too is that, and it doesn't play on this show, but it was all the voices of the radio hosts that people knew. So it was like the morning show host, Stephen Terry, and it was Greg, the guy who was on like all of the advertisements and stuff. And so it was also like, oh, I've heard all of those voices. I know all those people.
That's a huge thing about local advertising, too. I want to move on to a positive expression of ads, and I'll have to see if I can find any of these. I won't have them for today, and I think Coyote's going to do some research on the Bluebell ads, so maybe we'll have some more of those later in the week. But we had these two ladies in Paducah, Kentucky when I was growing up, and we just called them the Comcast ladies. They worked for Comcast, and I guess it was like that was our local news, was like maybe Comcast sponsored or something. But the way that it worked is when we were watching regular TV, we would have a ton of super targeted local ads. And it was these two ladies that just lived in town. And, they're just moms. They're just regular ladies. But they would like go get tattooed eyeliner. Like all of the ads would be them doing services in the town, like trying things out and like doing them. It was kind of like mini Travel Channel segments.
Yeah, see, that's fun. Advertising can be fun.
It can be really fun, especially when it's hyper local, because that's what really matters to you.
Do you want it back?
Do you want it back? Do you think, I like to imagine that it's actually like was really serious and people put a lot into that ad, and there was a director and they were like, I know, I keep asking for takes, but I just like, we're so close.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I can do it. I can do it again.
Good Lord. Well, that's bad copy.
Yeah, that is bad copy.
It is 7:30 on the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show, and all you've done is listen to ads up to this point. But It's time for one more, and this one is a genuine ad from the bottom of our heart. This show is made possible by our supporters on Patreon at patreon.com/bug-and-moss. I know we shouted out yesterday, but it's a special thing. It's happening very right now, so it's happening
very right now.
Eva Mae Morin's debut book, Check You Out, just came out yesterday. It's available for pre-order from Amazon and from her website, evamaymorin.com.
It is not really available for pre-order.
Or sorry, I was reading the copy. It's available for order, for post-order.
For order now.
It exists out there in the world. It is published. You can buy it. It is out now. Eva Mae Morin's debut romance novel, Check You Out. Amazon and from her website, evamaymorin.com. And our show is also made possible by Transcend Cabaret, a cabaret of trans brilliance in central Kentucky. Their next show is September 12th at Al's Bar in Lexington. I don't see the details on the page, but if memory serves, the cover charge is usually about like $15.
Yeah, it's really affordable.
It's an amazing venue. They have great food, great drinks, a great stage, and they put on an incredible show. Go and give them a follow at Instagram.com/Transcend Cabaret. Here in Lexington, Kentucky.
If you come, we'll go with you. It's super fun, and there's usually a great cause they're supporting. There's been a couple that have helped people fund their top surgeries. It's a blast.
It's super cool. It's a great organization. It's created and managed by our friend Atticus, who is just an absolute superhuman. Also, Atticus is putting on a musical next month, which I'm very excited about.
We are going to get to go see it.
Y'all ever heard of the show Lucky Stiff? It's so funny. I cannot wait to go see it.
I love a farce.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after it happens. But Atticus is also the one who runs Transcend Cabaret. Give him a follow. Instagram.com/Transcend Cabaret. Also, Eva Mae Morin says, if you bought from me, I'm sending the books out today. My books finally arrived yesterday.
Hell yeah.
So this is your chance. EvaMaeMorin.com. We got some voicemails, Bug.
Voicemails?
In the voicemail in-mail box.
Voicemail in-mail box.
Never forget, 848-MOSS-BUG is the number you can call, 848-667-7284. Call it at any time of day. It'll drop you straight into the voicemail. Don't worry, no one will pick up. And you can talk to us about anything. Ask us a question. Leave us an answer if we're looking for answers.
All of it.
Tell us something nice. We have an epic saga here, Bug.
Oh, wow.
I have several voicemails. Several? You want it back? I have several voicemails from George Diaz. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We have an epic saga from our buddy George. Let's see what they said.
Hey, Doug and Moss, you guys were talking about fashion earlier today, and I figured I'd give my 2 cents. I both do and don't have any real sense of fashion. I just kind of wear what's comfortable.
What's present.
And even though I am fully aware of the Latin American stereotype of wearing a red sweater.
Is that a thing?
I have still managed to fall into that slot, it seems.
It looks good. It's a good color.
Wearing a red sweater, which I do have, but also a blue sweater, which is, I'd like to think, would probably be the inverse of that. And
okay.
I think it still works because it's fucking Blue Beetle. Mexicano. Super cool dude. Highly recommend the movie. Going off track. But I've always got like a crap ton of red like shirts and shit. And I realize I'm wearing one right now.
You just always drawn to red shirt.
Weird. And fall's coming up. So I gotta pull out the flannels. Which means I have to straddle the line once more between butch lesbian and fucking Cholo from the south side of LA.
There's some shared fashions.
I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm probably going to send a few more. Maybe. I do have that one that, I should send a few more.
I do hate to tell you this, George. Thank you for calling in. I do hate to tell you this, but the opposite of a red sweater would be a green sweater, wouldn't it?
Oh.
Right? I thought for the longest time that blue and red were opposites on the color wheel because a lot of video games were red versus blue, red team versus blue team, and red versus blue, the show was red versus blue. But the opposite of red is green.
It's all been affected by Christmas.
Yeah, but it's Christmas creep has gotten its way onto the color wheel.
Well, no, I mean, it literally has, though, because you're not going to have a versus in a video game that's red and green. People are going to think holiday.
I think that might be a colorblindness consideration.
That's also real.
I'm not totally sure.
Because you can be red-green colorblind. Also, so I looked up what George was talking about. And yeah, there's this thing where a lot of Latino characters are dressed in red.
Really?
Like, I'm looking at a grid of cartoon characters, and they're all wearing red shirts or red hoodies or red sweaters.
That's interesting. That's not something I have picked up on.
I mean, I feel like part of it might just be like a skin tone thing.
I just
like,
knocked my rubber duck off my speaker.
Hell yeah, look at him go.
My little fry cook rubber duck. I'm on the speaker so I can tell him my problems.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I tried to buy one that didn't have a job, but the guy at Walmart, just like that one, didn't have a price on it. And he didn't do the thing I expected where he scanned the one that I went and grabbed from the same thing. He just scanned that one and kept the one that I wanted. And it was very, very confusing.
Yeah, that dude palmed my duck. I'll never forgive him.
He took it.
Motherfucker at Walmart coming for you.
Yeah, so red, man.
Yeah,
Fashion.
red, man. Fashion. We also have another one from George right here. Where George has a story to share with us about family gold hidden in the hills.
Oh.
So let's go ahead and dive into that.
Hey, Bug and Moss. For those who have been in the Discord, I did tease something that I was going to call about earlier, and I'm going to do that right now. So, here's a little brief summary of my apparent family gold hidden in some hills or mountains.
Okay.
In, like, northern Mexico.
I love this.
Okay, so, history time, folks. It is the early 20th century. I think roughly around the time of World War I, so 1913 to 1917, 18, 19-ish.
19, 20, 21, who could say? I don't know.
While most of the world is fucking around and slaughtering each other because a whole bunch of incestuous cousins decided to have a family feud and involve the entire world. Mexico was going through a lot of political turmoil to the point that it resulted in a civil war. There was a time where I believe this is actually correct and not alleged, like a hyperbolic legend, but there was, I think, either 3 governors or like 3 presidents, one or the other, back to back to back, one day after another. It got that bad.
That's rough.
But, that's where the rise of Pancho Villa and Emiliano Zapata. No, not Zapata. Emiliano Zapata, famous Mexican revolutionaries, rose to prominence. I believe it was Pancho Villa, really, that was around the U.S.-Mexico border, and that's actually where my mom's side of the family is, over in Piedras Negras, Mexico. It's a border town just across from Eagle Pass, Texas. Shout out both of those places. Piedras Negras being the birthplace of nachos.
Oh, hell yeah.
So if you ever want to try the OG nachos, that's where you'd have to go.
Okay. There's more to the story.
Hey, Bug Moss, part 2, because I'm pretty sure the cutoff is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I probably should have asked before I did this. But during that time of political turmoil, where it was pretty much a civil war between the established government and of the rich bureaucracy and the northern peasant class from the far north. Many took up arms and joined Pancho Villa and Emiliano Zapata with their war against the political elites.
Okay.
And during that time, but it was more than just like, oh no, we're having like a war, like on our homeland. But also, hey, what the fuck are we going to do all of our money? It's kind of, our economy is kind of unstable at the moment.
Yeah.
We got to hide our shit. So, because a lot of northern Mexico wasn't very industrialized at that point. It was all very much like, I guess a close equivalent could be feudal Japan in terms of how it was with an economic center surrounded by a peasant class. Up until that point, that whatever precious valuables they had out in their in their farms, they would hide it in the nearby mountains.
Makes sense.
And go and fight the war to hopefully free themselves and take down the rich assholes and whatever.
Interesting. So,
I'm going to
George...
do part 3, but I'm getting close.
So, George, your family has hidden gold in the hills of Mexico.
Maybe.
As a result of this war.
Allegedly.
Maybe. There is one final bit to the story.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's hear the conclusion.
So here's the conclusion.
Now, part 3 and hopefully the last part, I think. Okay, so as all this fighting is going on, literally everyone is getting involved. Men, women, children are picking up arms and marching down from northern Mexico to the center, to the country's capital of Mexico City. And those who couldn't join, either due to them having still a bunch of debt or them just, although supporting the cause, didn't really want to take up arms, which I get. Mm-hmm. They instead would just try and excuse me. They would try and at the very least try and keep their own valuables hidden by going into the desert mountains and hiding their gold. And there is still a bunch of gold, apparently, according to my grandparents. Still a bunch of gold for the Marquez family line. Still in those mountains that no one has been able to find because everyone who knew about it is dead.
Oh, yeah.
Rough.
So we don't know where it is. My grandma did apparently have a neighbor that once they got theirs, the people that opened the box fucking died.
Oh, so the gold is cursed. Okay.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Apparently there was rumors around that some of the gold was cursed.
Yeah, the gold is cursed,
if you do want to go on
George.
this Nathan Drake style adventure, I don't know, maybe grab a priest or something.
Yeah.
Or a hazmat suit. Because who knows? Maybe it's just toxic fumes and shit. I don't know. But, Viva Mexico. Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I decided to use the voicemail because I feel like it would make it, I don't know, a bit cooler for a little history lesson. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for the voicemail, George. I hope someday you can discover your family gold and not get cursed.
I think probably you'll be fine because I feel pretty strongly that, like, if, I don't know, say some fucking white guy were to go and try to find all of this gold that has nothing to do with him, definite curse. Deserved. That's simply what you get. But if it's your family gold, I think it's probably cool.
Do you think?
Yeah.
But George's neighbors or whatever, or George's
maybe it
family's
wasn't their
neighbors.
gold.
That's true. Maybe they found the wrong gold. I guess that is a risk you run. My thought was, does gold decompose into toxic fumes? But no, the whole thing about gold is that it doesn't decompose.
Yeah. It's super malleable, though, which I always thought was interesting.
Yeah, man. Bendy. Conducts electricity super well also.
Does it?
Yeah, a lot of loose electrons. Gold's like happy to be like, yeah, push my electrons around, dude. Go for it.
Do it. Like, I don't even care.
Yeah, I don't even care. I'm gold.
George, you have this incredible way of speaking where, like, literally every sentence is a cliffhanger. You just, like, you speak in a way where I'm like, what next?
What is coming next? I wish I had family gold. I don't think my family has any hidden treasures hiding anywhere. that I can think of.
Well, they're hidden.
The closest thing but like we would know about that. I mean, yeah, but like maybe my family's connected to the Knights Templar Gold because my family is Masonic back in the day. I don't know.
Is that supposed to be real?
The Knights Templar Gold, I think it's in Nova Scotia.
Really?
That was the last I heard.
Do we know where it is, or I thought that was just made up?
No, it's all like based on historical events, but has been legendized around. You know what I mean?
But nobody's like found it that they've said.
Yeah, no. But I mean, people are always looking for the lost gold of the Knights Templar.
Sid says, "Oh shit, your national treasure." Yeah, I made Mason watch it because it's his culture. Yeah. I was like, "Hey, this is your culture. You need to come sit down."
I am technically a Freemason by virtue of having not left officially, but I'm in bad standing because it turns out that what might seem like a cool society thing you can join so that anywhere in the world you might meet people and be able to go and check out these cool lodges is actually just a place where a bunch of old conservative men get together and eat dinner every Thursday. And it's not great company. And like it's not overtly political, but it's kind of all boomery conservative dudes. And it's like a super bummer. So like I got through, I'm a third degree master Mason. I went through all the ritual things that you have to do and learned all the silly plays they make you learn and all the handshakes and stuff. And then I went for a little bit and I was like, this sucks.
And you say you didn't go to college.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
I didn't like it. And they also charge you dues, a couple $100 a year. And I was like, I don't know. Also, you could get a sheepskin apron to get buried in. And like, I don't know.
That's an interesting thing to get buried in.
Well, yeah, it's a Masonic thing. And all of it's like based on this like weird fusion of religion and stoneworking, which is interesting. Like a lot of it's based on placing the corner of the Temple of Jerusalem and all of this stuff. And then you have the square and the compass and all these metaphors. What is interesting is learning where it connects to things like daily life. Like if you say someone's on the level, like, oh, that person's on the level, that's a Masonic thing.
That's cool.
Because the level, the square, the compass, all of these things are tools of stoneworking. So that was very much from that, among a bunch of other things. And the only cool thing that came of it was I really did it because my grandpa was a Freemason. He was really into it. And I wanted to, be like, well, let's engage with this thing that my grandpa loves. The only thing that did come of it that was cool was that when I went to Scotland, I got to go tour the Grand Lodge of Scotland, which had a bunch of really cool historical artifacts, like shit that belonged to George Washington and like all of these other things. And they have like the actual physical artifacts there. And so I got to tour this super old cool building and look at all this cool old stuff. But that's
really cool.
It was basically like a museum ticket that just cost you this lifelong, unrevocable fucking thing where you're committed to this group. And I'm in bad standing because I just kind of left.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, you're in it for life, but like, you don't really have to do anything.
I'm an escaped Freemason.
Yeah. He's really free,
6 months level said, and then it helped spawn Mormons. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, SCQ podcast says MLM, multi-level Mason.
Yeah.
Ronnie Medina says Freemason. And Dean says, as opposed to subscribed Mason? Hell yeah. Yeah, I do not charge a subscription fee. Never subscribe. Ty said, I toured the temple outside D.C. and I didn't need to join. Yeah, but they didn't tell you everything. I don't know. I'm just saying that. They probably did. The membership is declining. The thing about all of those like secret society groups and stuff is that they serve a function of like providing a nucleation site for social interaction, right? It's like a thing. The whole point of it being secret is not that there is secret knowledge that would be dangerous for everyone to have or anything. It is because the act of having a shared secret automatically creates a social force that pulls you together.
Yeah.
Like if Bug and I came up with a secret handshake, now we have a thing that only we know. And if we share that with a group of people, now we have a thing that only this group of people knows. And we can recognize each other with our secret handshake. And it is it in itself, to steal a phrase from Peter Griffin, insisting on itself is what is powerful about that. That's the whole reason they exist. And
this is true about fraternity in general.
And in some ways we have lost like a lot of sort of adult social group forming stuff like that. Like the Moose Lodge and the Elks Lodge.
My family's Moose people.
There's like non-religious and non-culty and non-weird versions of that I wish we saw more of, because like having social groups where you go and meet up with people that are like open so that, you move to a new city, you don't know anyone, you can go to this thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. And we should bring more of that back, more third spaces and stuff like that. But Freemasonry ain't it.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it is, sorry, I got distracted. Colin said your family is Moose people, but you're a Moss person.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm always saying that, bestie.
Yeah, that's so
There's
true.
wisdom in that.
The thing about it is that a lot of these spaces replace things like church for people. They become, this is your social center. You can gather around this. You can invest in this.
Well, because for a very long time, our society was organized around small community churches, and they didn't just serve as religious institutions, but they were like social gathering places everyone would go to eat and this sort of thing. And that's like a pretty important societal function if you abstract it outside of the like religious context and the control that comes with that.
Oh, Ronnie Medina said that American Legion's let in civilians now. Not a bad chill spot. Yeah, I've been to a couple spots like that. And Moose Lodge is pretty much like an American Legion. It's cheap to drink there because everyone's like a member. You know, you pay to be a part of this. They'll have a collection if the roof needs to be replaced. These kinds of places are really important. And if we can decentralize them, like take them away from religion and then also take them out of only being spaces to drink, I think they can be really powerful community forces.
Yeah, well, especially because the idea is like, oh, all of us, we bought this building in town and we got this, building we can all hang out in. And maybe there's a field outside so we can play soccer or whatever.
And anyway, this is our pitch. So again, I think a commune would be really good for all of us and we could have a really cool community space.
So we're starting a cult. And first off, we're just going to get that out of the way. It's a cult.
Yeah.
If you're happy with that, you can join it, and then we'll have a commune, and we'll have all sorts of cool stuff you can do.
Yeah.
Ronnie Medina says $3 PBRs. We'll have $2 PBRs.
Yeah, see, because when it's ours, we can set the price.
$2 PBRs, $3 Bud Light Limes. As says, my Gramps was in one of those, too. I think it was called The Mob.
Yeah.
Dean says, like Shriners. Shriners are an extension of the Freemasons. They are a like fork that you can go off. Because when you're in Freemasonry, you get up to the 3rd degree Master Mason, and then you can either go to the English Rite, the York Rite, or the Scottish Rite. And I might be missing these up. And it's like 2 paths you can go on that lead you down different rituals, and then you end up at like different sort of fraternal levels. And Shriners fork off of one of those at some point. And then I don't know what the deal is with how they became the way they are, but now they're a bunch of old dudes that wear fezzes and drive little cars around.
I'm big into their hats.
Yeah, their hats are great. The cars are great.
There's a big Shriners building in town here.
It is the same as the Shriners Hospital. They run the Shriners Children's Hospital.
Yeah, which is
Shriners
cool.
Children's Hospital and things like that. So like part of the whole idea with those things too is to be philanthropic, which is like neat.
Yeah, but it is kind of inherently based around having historically white amassed generational wealth. Like
Yeah,
it is based around that because who has the money, who's creating these sort of philanthropic things.
There's also the Order of Odd Fellows, which I'm not entirely sure about, but often also exists in places. You can find these buildings in towns all the time.
Isn't Oddfellows related to Masons?
No, it's different, but it's also a fraternity that you can join. I don't know as much about them, but a lot of Masons are Oddfellows and vice versa. So I guess if you are like sort of in between them, I don't know. If you're in that world, you tend to just like be in that world, I guess. Leonard was in there with me. Leonard, I don't know if you went all the way into Freemasonry, but Leonard and I were in D. Malay, which is like junior Freemasons.
Oh, like ROTC.
Yeah,
I said like ROTC for losers, but ROTC is also ROTC for losers.
We had a lot of fun back then.
Yeah.
Leonard says the shrines can fucking party.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, community is really important. I think the thing with all of these sort of groups is that, go ahead.
Oh, Emily just said in 5 to 10 years we'll have the land because Emily's going to have a big old compound farm or something. I forget what the details are about that.
I don't even. Yes, we're in.
We should be in talks.
But to all of this, like, I'm sure that there are people who are trying to revitalize these organizations in their own communities, and I think that's amazing because just because something has a historical precedent that is bad or has historically not welcomed women or people who are non-binary or people who are queer doesn't mean those spaces can't change. It doesn't mean they can't become more modern. They just haven't because they haven't really been injected with new people. It's just been the same 10 white guys talking about stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ma'am.
But we need community.
Yeah, we do. Colin says, as long as I can have fiber internet, I'll join Compound Cult.
Hell yeah, we're going to have fiber internet. Are you kidding me?
There's no way. Modern cults cannot get by without fiber internet.
Especially because the reason we don't have fiber in our area is because we're not rural enough, and they hit all the rural areas first, which is good. They should have done that. These are areas that are historically underserved. But.
Yeah. Do you know why? Do you know why that happened? Do you know why we had fiber rollout in all these rural areas across the United States?
Wasn't it an
fiber
Obama
internet?
era thing?
It was. It was started in the Obama era. The government was subsidizing the cost of fiber rollouts to get everyone connected to the internet because we did not have internet service as universally as we should. And so they heavily subsidized the cost of running new fiber lines. And so all of these companies then were out running their fiber lines, a lot of them first prioritizing rural areas and areas that were harder to reach because those are the places that needed it the most because they were using HughesNet or whatever satellite bullshit you could get. And then good old DJT fucking cut funding for that program, and so then the rollouts got halted, and then there was other issues with it. I think Biden started it back up, and then it got cut again, so we had a little bit of it, and then it stopped. But in case you thought that your local internet service provider was rolling out fiber for the benefit of all out of the kindness of their hearts at a low price, absolutely not. It was a federally funded program through our taxpayer dollars that I was a huge fan of personally, and really sucks to see go away.
Yeah.
It was awesome. That's exactly what we should do. I mean, honestly, we should nationalize telecommunications,
for sure,
in my opinion. Probably not with this administration, but like in an ideal organization, like that should be a utility. The internet at this point is a utility. Times change. Electricity wasn't a utility initially.
We also need to do a lot with our utilities that we already have because they are way too privatized, buddy.
Oh, yeah. But they would love that.
They would love that.
Ronnie Medina says, LOL, TrumpNet. Yeah.
Yeah, his fucking fantasy, dude.
Good Lord. Anyway, 7:56 on the Bogan Most Morning Telephone Show.
It's been a soupy episode, but I've had a lot of fun chatting with all of you about all of these different things.
I feel like there's yogurt behind my eyes.
Do you like it there?
No, I wish it wasn't there. It's not go-gurt. It's like no-no-gurt.
Okay.
Yeah, I got no-no-gurt behind my eyeballs.
No-no-gurt is bad.
No, yeah, no-no-gurt is bad. It's in the name, Bug. It's in the name. Obviously. What?
Speaking of no-no-gurt, I made a dessert.
Oh, yeah. Bug made a dessert the other night that came out very interesting.
Yeah. I was trying to make, like, no-bake cream cheese bars, and I did that, but I got impatient. So I had a graham cracker crust and, like, fruit and cream cheese and stuff, and I put it in the freezer, tilted.
So we ended up with these, rather than bars, it ended up being this like sort of cake-like structure on one side, and then just kind of graham crackers on the other.
Yeah, but it still tastes good.
Came out really delicious. Yeah, I love it. Colin says no-no-gurt is snot, ? Maybe that's why it's behind my eyes and doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure.
That would make sense.
Dean says parallelogram bars. Yeah, straight up.
That's sort of what they're giving.
What are those? They're not called tactiles, but they're something like that in schools.
Manipulatives.
Yeah, manipulatives. Those like little shape things you can play with.
Dude, I fucking love those. And when I learned that they were called manipulatives, it stuck in my head like my own fucking name. Like I'll be like manipulatives because it's those little fucking shapes, you know, like the diamonds and shit that are plastic. You can hear the sound they make because you played with them so much as a kid in like kindergarten.
Tangrams is what I was trying to think of. Thank you, Coyote Astronaut. That's what we called them when I was in school. Tangrams. Yeah, those tinkly little plastic shapes, and you line them up, you make little designs.
Yeah, I want them.
Yeah, and I remember they would hand out pieces of paper that would have little outlines, and you would place them in them to make the shapes. And I didn't like that. I wanted to make my own shapes. So I did.
Yeah, to be clear, manipulatives cover any physical object that you use to like interact with and understand abstract concepts.
Well, yeah, I mean, manipulative sounds like it could refer to, like I'm holding 2 beer bottle caps in my hand as we do the show because I can't find my fidget toy. You could call these manipulatives.
Yeah. Dean calls them digestibles.
That makes a lot of sense. Dean likes Pepsi and pickle juice. Dean will digest anything. Dean, the old Ironsides Dean, old Iron Tummy.
I need some tangrams like yesterday.
Dean in chat just says moss.
Stop it. Stop. I'm serious.
Listen, I can't help it, Dean. I think that was the first time that I saw you on stream, and so it just stuck in my brain. It's like, that guy drinks pickle juice and Pepsi. There's 2 things I know about Dean is pickles and Pepsi.
Look at the sky behind us.
It's beautiful outside. It's going to be a beautiful day today. It's going to be pretty warm. It's going to be pretty, I think it's going to be pretty warm.
Probably. If history is any indication, as says, my ex called me a manipulative. Yeah, mood.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm going to bring back a segment from the very, very early days of this show.
Hell yeah.
Let me see if I have the bumper for it, Bug. Do you have anything you can say for just a minute?
Yeah, I can talk a little bit more about manipulatives. You guys remember what these feel like in your mouth? You know, because you put them in your mouth. Because, like...
Oh, them, like, delicious little plasticky guys.
Yeah, you kind of nod on them because, like, you can, right? Like, we all sort of did that. So that's a vibe. They make a cool sound when they clink together. Y'all remember Lincoln Logs?
Oh my God, I loved Lincoln Logs.
I had a great set of Lincoln Logs. I had a little erector set type dealy. Not like a legit erector set, like that you could cut yourself on, kind of the next step up.
Erector sets were like those metal ones, weren't they?
Yeah, I had like the kind of baby version of that. The erector sets, the metal ones, you could like fucking build something with. They're really cool.
Okay, I found my thing. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is a segment that we used to do way back in the day when we first started the show before it was live. My Moss's Random Weather.
He picked a place, and who gives a shit? It's Moss's random 7-day forecast.
I built a tool that will pull a location randomly on Earth and get me the weather forecast for it. My IP address got banned due to the way I've been abusing these services, but guess who got unbanned? Or maybe our IP changed. Today, we're looking at the weather forecast for Fraser Range, Dundas in Western Australia Australia. My little weather app, too, that I made, you can click the name of the place and it gives you like a little blurb about it. Dundas is an abandoned town in the Goldsfield Esperance region of Western Australia. The town is located about 22 kilometers south of Norseman. And today, it's looking to be pretty mild over there.
Staying on brand with the Goldfields.
Partly cloudy in the evening right now over there, 70 degrees. It'll be up to about 72 with cloudy skies tomorrow in Fraser Range and Dundas, but no one will be around to see it because the town is abandoned. With heavy rain on the way in the evening, lows down to 55. Friday looking like a high of 70 degrees, again staying nice and mild. Seems pretty mild for Australia with everything I know about it.
Well, it is nighttime.
Cloudy sky. No, that's Friday during the day.
Oh.
Cloudy skies during the day, cloudy skies during the evening with a low of 55. And Saturday, starting the weekend, even more mild, 68 degrees. But it's going to be raining all morning, all afternoon, and all night.
Aren't the seasons reversed, though?
I have no idea,
So
dude.
wouldn't it be like fall, wintry there?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure Australia has opposite seasons.
The Earth rotates.
Yeah.
And the Earth is also at an
Don't tell
angle.
us. Let's see if we can figure it out from science.
And it moves around the sun. So at one point, the bottom will be tipped away when it's on this side of the sun. And then on this side of the sun, the bottom will be tipped towards it. So yeah, the seasons would be different.
And that's confirmed by Colin, who says yes in the chat.
Okay, is that right? Yeah, it's turning into spring. Colin says it's red versus blue.
Yeah.
That is so simple.
Thank you. Or red versus green if you prefer.
If you're me, yeah. I'm not deuteranopic. Deuteropenemia? You know what's it called when you can't see red and green? Deuteranopia. Let's see if I spelled that right. Holy fuck.
He did. He did spell it right.
I spelled Deuteranopia right on the first go.
It's so fucking annoying sitting next to this all the time. Can you believe this?
What?
You just fucking spell it right. I read him books at night and he won't be looking at it and then he'll be like, I think it's pronounced like this. And I'm just like, what the fuck ever? Of course it is. There's a letter you didn't even see, but you just inferred.
I don't know, Buck. I like language. I'm not that good. I lost a spelling bee on the word drapery.
This is the kind of stuff that is the building blocks of why he's like this.
I was nervous and I said the letter P twice because I said it and then I wasn't sure if the mic picked it up or if anyone heard me, so I said it again. And
That's
then
fucked up.
I couldn't bring myself to be like, I know I made a mistake in speaking because I didn't know if you heard me because I was so scared.
That sucks so bad.
Emily says, yo, I got an idea. Can we submit locations for the Moss weather? Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, that's fun.
My weather tool also does have a lookup, so I can type in any city or whatever. You can use this too. Good news, or bad news, though, is if you use it too much, you'll get your IP address banned from one of the APIs I'm using because I think they don't want you to hit it too much, and I was hitting it too much. But if you go to bugandmoss.com/random weather, it's not linked anywhere. I just built it for me. bugandmoss.com/random weather. Dean says anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Yeah.
Which is one of those, I think it's one of the longest words in the English language.
Yeah, I learned how to spell it when I was a kid because that was the most annoying thing I could think to do that day. But it is a vibe. Everyone's just sort of spamming that in the chat.
Everyone's spelling something in chat. Colin says, why does your IP get banned? Are you doing something dangerous with this API? No. Imagine how you would get a random weather forecast. First, you need to select a random point on the surface of the Earth in coordinates. And then you need to make sure it's over land. So you have to do what is called reverse geocoding. So you take coordinates and then you figure out where is that like in an address. And so there's a service that does that called Big Data Cloud. There's also, I also use a different one for the search thing, Nominatum. And then the weather data. So it finds random coordinates on Earth. I have it bounded to be like roughly around the continents, and then it pings Big Data Cloud, and if Big Data Cloud says that's still over water, it tries again and moves the coordinates around. And then after it gets a location, like an address back, it hands it off to the API from the Norwegian Meteorological Institute, which then can get you a forecast for any location through an API for free. And then I use OpenMeteo to do time zone conversion and then the Wikipedia summaries. One of these APIs doesn't like being used for like too many times in a row. So if you're clicking random location and it's like trying to find one and it's asking like, is this it? Is this good? Is this good? Is this good? Eventually they'll just shut your IP off.
So you're probably getting kicked out because of the trying to get on land, like because you have to call it multiple times.
Yeah. And also I think it was something in their terms where they were like, don't do this. And I did. So I don't know. That's whatever. Yeah, they think you're a bot. It's just like extraneous usage, but I have no fucking love lost for Big Data Cloud. No offense, Big Data Cloud. I appreciate the API existing, but you can use it. And as long as you don't use it every day and like click random several times a day, like we were doing when we were using it, you should be fine.
I think it also was, you were like still kind of doing development, so you were calling it even more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I was building this, I was constantly running it. I just clicked random location again, and I got the exclusive economic zone of Spain.
Oh.
You know what that is?
No.
An exclusive economic zone is prescribed by the 1982 United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea, is an area of the sea in which a sovereign state has exclusive rights regarding the exploration and use of marine resources, including energy production from water and wind. So we just got some Spain water.
Dude, speaking of treating yourself to the page and then kind of bouncing off of that, a thing that I like to do, because I try not to spend a bunch of time on social media. If you're ever scrolling and you're like, I want to be on my phone, but I don't want to scroll anymore, just open Google Maps.
Oh, yeah.
Just open Google Maps, pick a spot, and zoom in until you find land. Because it's pretty fun. I found some crazy shit doing that. I found an island, Pitcairn Island. I'm not going to talk about it on the show because it's depressing. Read about that shit. That's the craziest shit you'll ever read.
You can find a lot of fun things on Google Maps. Some say you can find everything on Earth there.
Some say.
8:07 on the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. Thanks for wasting your morning listening to our bullshit, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, hey, also, shit. Okay, I know this is going to extend the outro, but at 4 p.m., I'm going to be doing Long Walk to Diamond City, and then tomorrow is Kenshi's Next Top Hiver with an America's Next Top Model watch party. So today, 4 p.m., Long Walk to Diamond City. Tomorrow, 3 p.m., in the Discord, we're going to be watching America's Next Top Model. We're on Season 2. You can jump in and join us wherever. It's fun. We're rewatching it, getting shocked by all of the things in the early 2000s that we just kind of didn't bat an eye at because we were children. It's a wild show to rewatch. And then at 5 p.m. on Thursday, we'll be playing Kenshi and talking about America's Next Top Model. And maybe we'll try and recruit some people and name them after some of the people who get voted off of America's Next Top Model.
Hell yeah.
So fun stuff happening. Hopefully we'll catch you for some of that. But more important than anything else, I love you, Bug.
I love you, Moss.
This is Bug and Moss.